Oh, baloney. The whole thing always gets back to drugs.
Hello, my name is Sandro Grassa and I'm a licensed acupuncturist. Welcome to my clinic. We are shooting this today on location. This is one of our clinic locations. It's the Grange Clinic in Donamead. Donamead is just on the north side of Dublin, for those who don't know the area well. So one of our clinic locations, we have another one in Dublin, which is in Dundrum, which is the south side. That's where Siobhan works. And the Grange Clinic is a great setup. Downstairs, ground floor, there's a chemist. So patients can get their prescriptions downstairs from the pharmacy straight away. The first floor has a lot of GPs working there. There's a couple of nurses. There's a physiotherapist. There's counselling there as well. And then here on the second floor, there are a few consultants that use some of the rooms here, just on one side. Then there's my room. There's a podiatrist, and then there's a few of the dentists at the end as well. So as you can see, great setup for patient that can come in and might go to the GP and be referred to the physio, might come to me and be actually referred to the GP, might be told that they need blood tests done and they do the blood straight away with the nurse, or if they go to the physio and need something, there's a great setup with the with a lot of us working in the same, just for patient convenience basically. So the reason, as I said to you, that we were just doing this really, really quick was because of something that came up during the holiday. So we were away for a couple of days, and we were talking about food intake and fresh produce and how hard it is to actually get, fresh, good quality. A lot of the time, we all do it. I certainly confess that I do it as well, which is, I don't have time to prepare stuff at home and whatever. So it has been lost a little bit, and we're really passionate about giving the best advice possible to the patients coming to the clinic. So first advice is eat fresh. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to think about, is try and eat as fresh as possible. Plan your food intake ahead. So use your weekend to plan ahead for the week. For the winter time, for example, you can make soups and just have soup that will do you for a few days, or just use your weekend. And another thing about the weekend is, a lot of the times there's one certainly near where we live on the south side, and I know that there's loads of them everywhere. Farmers markets. Farmers markets are great to find local, fresh food. You can ask for advice there as well. It's absolutely amazing to have that opportunity. A lot of them will run on a Saturday. I know there's some that might be Sunday morning kind of thing. It's a great thing. The weather's okay. Go out. You get great advice. You can even try local stuff, and you just ask them, where could I get this? Where can I get that? And just make the effort. And as I said, try to eat fresh as much as possible, and just avoid your typical processed foods and stuff that needs to be try and avoid microwave reheating and all that. Just trying to eat as healthy as possible. If you want more advice, like for here in Ireland, what we do with our clinics is that if we have patients that actually need extra special care in terms of dietary advice, we refer to a consultant nutritionist that I know for a good while now. I know her even from previous clinic to this one, and I've referred many patients to her. She's great. I get great feedback from the patients as well. So her name is Gay Godkin. As I said, she's a consultant nutritionist. I will leave the details of her website just down below. You can have a look, and I would really advise you to have a look. If when you look at it, you'll recognize her, because if you pay attention, like, she's always on TV and radio, giving advice about food, what the do's and don'ts. And when it comes to our clinics and we need a little bit more advice, that's the one that that's it's great to have that connection, that we can just say, yeah, you need to talk to this consultant, and just go to her, and she'll give you the best advice possible. On a personal level, I just want to say, Gay, thank you so much for looking after our patients, and we look forward to continuing to get great results from you and from your great advice. So thank you so much. The other thing that I wanted to say to you was just try to guide you and learn a little bit the same way that I did about the work of naturopaths. So over the last couple of years, there was a few naturopaths that I was following on social media, just kind of keeping an eye on that, new world for me, which was the world of naturopaths. And then it's just so happened that in the masters, one of my colleagues doing the master's degree with me is a naturopath, and we ended up doing a good bit of work during the first year and bits of research and whatever, and I got really interested and got great tips from her already, and I would really recommend that you just go over to her YouTube channel. There's short bits of information there, amazing. Like, it was one of them that I was looking at recently was the difference between your sweeteners and your proper sugars and all that. She talked about vitamin D as well recently, which is particularly if you're talking about a country like Ireland, really important stuff. And yeah, look, just go to her YouTube channel. I'll leave the details down here. Her name is Maya Harish. Great wealth of knowledge as well, so check her website. I'll leave all the details, and especially with the YouTube channel, again, it's a great idea of just giving almost like a one-to-one advice to patients and just general public. So it's a great idea, and I would highly recommend that you would go and check her out. And she also has plenty of advice in terms of foods and combine this, that, and the other, and stuff that it's easy enough for you to get anyway, and it would be fresh, and you would be learning how to prepare those and how to combine them for your week ahead. The other two that I want to talk about, also naturopaths, they're both in Canada, one in Toronto, the other one in Vancouver. Siobhan and I were really lucky to be able to meet up with them and have a nice chat over a few days over in the Integrative Fertility Symposium in Vancouver just a few months ago. And that was a great experience to actually be able to personally talk to them and just share a bit of experience and just get as much information from them as possible. One of them, the one in Toronto, Dr. Fiona McCulloch, great wealth of knowledge, amazing expertise as well, particularly in that field of PCOS and female hormones and all that. Go to her website, is whitelotusclinic.ca. I'll leave the details down, and the blog has plenty of information there. There is that new book that I want to get my hands on, and I'm looking forward to reading it. So yeah, bring it on. And yeah, mostly again, that field of PCOS, but there's plenty of information there on the website that actually goes through other bits and pieces of information about different vitamins and different supplements and things that easy enough advice for you to follow. So highly recommend to go there and just check her out. The other naturopath is in Vancouver, part of that amazing setup, AcuBalance in Vancouver, and loads of great clinicians working there. And her name is Dr. Kaylee McIsaac. Her blog is just fantastic, with loads of recipes and ideas, and that's the beauty of it, because you can take that, go to your farmer's market and start your research on where can you get those produce that you can get really fresh and prepare at home. And some of them, I did the same, you have to learn how to cook them because you probably never even thought of them, but really healthy and really good for you. It's part of being as healthy as you can that will help with your overall well-being and your health as well. So the as I said, I'll leave the details down as well. They're follow them on social media. There's plenty of posts there. And I can highly recommend that you go and check out both. Dr. Kaylee McIsaac and Dr. Fiona McCulloch, I high praise for them. And with Maya Harish, I said over the last year with working with her in the Masters, I've learned so much. So I would really recommend that you go and try and learn as much as you can as well. It's simple advice, it's easy to follow, it's good for you. Pass it on to your friends, to your family. You can make up, like say for example, prepare a weekend where you'll have one day where you invite a few friends, but you actually have nothing but fresh produce, fresh food that you normally wouldn't think of combining. Any comments that you want to send us, any questions that you want to ask, please leave them on the comment section below. We have a few ideas now for the next post that we'll be producing in the next few days. And hey, as I always say, until then, be kind and be healthy.
Oh, baloney. The whole thing always gets back to drugs.